Lucky Lefty podcast, Left. I'm working on about 3, 4 hours of sleep. Went deep into the night. I woke up and found even more information.
Just more trash.
Just more information, man.
Just more garbage.
Let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Lucky Lefty podcast. I'm Shaun Davis. That dude is the original Lucky Lefty himself, Malik Zaire. We are brought to you by Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. It is that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. And if you're going to drink, by all means, make sure that you do so
without anybody from the ND staff, administration right now, because what the hell is going on? Because they not drinking responsibly. I wouldn't drink with none of them because they must be drinking and making decisions.
You got to do it responsibly, and you cannot blame the Onora for what's going on.
No.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Lucky Lefty Podcast, CFB Nation in conjunction with Irish Breakdown, all of our great content, State of Recruiting, what I got John Garcia Jr., and other great shows. I got Ryan Roberts just launched his draft show. It's fantastic. Go check it out, CFB Nation in conjunction with Irish Breakdowns, the Lucky Lefty Podcast. You already know. We spin it different. Go ahead, Lee.
They say when it rains, it pours. But this is a different type of rain. This is the rain where you stand on top of the roof and you pouring the rain on somebody. Everybody's looking around like, why is it raining when it's a sunny day? We had Notre Dame, one of the most elite programs all around. You can't find nothing like it. But for some reason, we're creating our own roadblocks again, where we just happen to make life really hard when we got something really good in the way. I'm not understanding this. We knew Tommy was who Tommy was. He didn't come with the administration that came in. He was already here. He was hired under the table. So there's no loyalty right there. We knew that. You was hired before the guy came in. Okay, whatever. So we knew that wasn't going to work out. My man, he stand. I love him to death. I don't know what made him decide it so fast, but I respect his decision. But that's a huge blow. James Laurinaitis. Okay. Your own school didn't have a spot for you. So your homeboy had a spot for you over here. We do great. And you ready to just bounce back. Because they saw you do great with us. Okay, we understand. Okay, I guess. Al Golden can still potentially leave. NFL guy. I get it. You should stay to prove them safety blitzes need to work a little bit better, but that's okay. That's okay. I know you want to get back to the league. But he can still leave. Now we got this Andy Ludwig situation. I'm not understanding that. Marcus Freeman put the staff together that y'all told him he could put together. I didn't let him put the offensive side together, but okay, whatever. We get on his side of the football, and he's making some decisions, things don't work out. We get a guy leave offense, it's time to go. We said the house is clean, it's time to roll. We bring in the guy from Kansas State. Okay. It's a different circumstance. We knew that it could work, but it could be better. Okay, it doesn't work out. We get Andy Ludwig from Utah. Perfect situation, great fit, USC killer, great potential. He's only getting paid 800 something thousand from Utah. Doable if you a top program. Doable if you a top program. Okay. Comes in, they at the hockey game, yucking it up. Great relationship. Marcus Freeman filling him out. Love it. We're getting some good reports that it might happen. I think this is a great hire. A great bounce back from just the setbacks that are coming. But now we're getting some more obstacles. What sense is this making that we don't want to buy out the guy from Utah that can help this program win. Since when are we ever stingy on money? Didn't we just put out a report that we was ready to match whatever Alabama was giving the guy that wasn't winning nothing? Did we just put that out? Tommy's going to be making a nice little hefty penny. But now we don't want to pay the buyout from a guy that can help this team win when it comes to money. Why are we talking about money now? I remember in 2016, the head coach fired the whole staff and got a whole new one. I didn't hear nothing about no money then. I remember the same coach by 2015 had all his homeboys there. Homeboys, not coaches that were on the blazing trail or hot at the time or up at homeboys that's from 30 years ago. I'm doing you a favor. Come hang out with me at Notre Dame and coach some football. I didn't hear nothing about I don't want to buy out them contracts then. We had all the money for that. So we had all the money for a guy to bring in all his friends. It don't work. You buy him a whole new staff. But now we can't even one coach. I don't know if it's inflation. I don't know if this is the they seeing something in the numbers where we losing some stocks or something. This is unacceptable. Because then it comes down to, okay, you don't want to buy the man out. What are we shopping for a bargain? What are we looking for? What are we? So if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm like, okay, this is a setup. I don't understand why, I'm doing my part. I'm bringing in the guys, the class, I'm changing the narrative. Y'all throwing guys at me that I can't say nothing to. Guys can just take trips on me. I got to go and explain why guys can just do whatever they want on the staff. My first year. Now I got to explain, go up there. Well, I don't know. I don't want to pay nobody. I don't know. I'm trying. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. For a second-year head coach to have to deal with the things that he's dealing with. We all know transition happens in college football. We all know that. But the types of moves that are being made against Marcus Freeman, in-house, out-of-house. I mean, they even got the super teams that he's recruiting teaming up against him. Calling each other. Coordinating schedules on when to see the kids Marcus Freeman recruiting. We even got Deion Sanders accepting a head coaching job, waiting until Marcus Freeman posts pictures with a kid, and then calling him right after. He don't know nothing about Dylan Edwards. He knew about Dylan Edwards because of Marcus Freeman. So if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm like, this is crazy. I don't know how much control the man got. Is Marcus Freeman there to save face because you really wanted Tommy? Or is Marcus Freeman there to do a job? You're only paying the man $6 million. That's a bargain. Don't let the man win, because then what? You don't want to pay him then? So I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. But I know that it's still a lot of time for things to be made, right? But obviously, it don't look like everybody's on the same page again, like last year.
You done? I gave you the first 15. I told you the first 15 is yours. I mean, you can keep going. Go get them free.
I just don't understand either, man. The man is what you would want as a head coach in 2023 in college football. The man bringing his part. I have yet to see another head coach that gets hired and can't hire his own offensive coordinator. I haven't seen a head coach in his second year get told, no, we can't bring that guy in. No, I know he's a great fit, great hire. You did your research, cool. I mean, you at the richest universities around, but we just don't want to pay that penny. Since when you start thinking about that? Okay. So what is it? It sounds like you want to hire your own offensive guy again. Or you only hiring the offensive guys that you want to what's the fine print that Marcus Freeman signed or didn't read over before he signed that head coaching deal? Because it sounded like there was a lot of fine print that wasn't released after he got as the head coach. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's like, do you not want the man to win? Do you not believe in the things that are going on? Was the 9-4 season that detrimental to where you like, oh man, we got to start taking the reins back? But did you ever give up the reins to begin with? I don't know the moves that are being made or what the reason is for it. But this is ridiculous. It's like, okay, if you don't want to pay it, I'm sure you got some Notre Dame alumni can team up, get a collective together, and get the man contract bought out. I'm sure that could happen. Because I know that at the university, no one could get paid over $1 million. So y'all had to be doing that to pay Brian Kelly all them damn years. So why? What's going on? Are we that cheap? Or are we not trying to help somebody win? It's either one or the other. I don't know what I'm doing if I'm Marcus Freeman. Because now I'm thinking, not only am I trying to fill roles of guys leaving, but then I got to triple check to see if they even going to let me have it. So now he's might have to get a new D coordinator if Al Golden decides to leave. And he's getting the offensive coordinator who he's like, I don't even know if I can bring him in if he costs too much. But I'm getting reports sent out after Tommy leaves that we're matching prices. So why are we matching prices and now we're not matching prices all of a sudden? And Andy Ludwig was cheaper. Tommy about to get paid what? Under 5? Possibly? Floating around 4.5 or something crazy at Alabama? And Notre Dame was talking about, we'll match that. We'll match it. Before he even decided he was going there. Before the report said, yeah, he's going there. Notre Dame put out, yeah, we're matching whatever. The checkbook is blank. So what happened to that checkbook? Crazy. So now if I'm Marcus Freeman, I got to recruit a D coordinator, O coordinator, just in case.
Don't forget the O-line coach.
And the O-line coach, the quarterback coach. I mean, what? It's only been a year. It has only been a year. So basically, they give you the nice Ferrari, souped up, rims and all, with no steering wheel. You finally get a makeshift steering wheel. Now they don't want to pay for no gas. So what's next? The tires? We already got one blown out tire. It's a raggedy Ferrari. And I started with no steering wheel. Give it back. Take it to the shop. They don't want to pay for the parts. Crazy. You don't want to pay to get the paint redone. But it's all chipped up. Because you gave it to me like that. This is crazy. But he's supposed to go out there and win 11 games next year. How? You got to help. That's crazy.
You good?
Spring football starts real soon. You can't roll in there with no O-line coach, no quarterback coach, no OC, and a DC that might leave within the next couple weeks. You start spring ball in a couple weeks or a month or two. Where you're making efforts and the efforts are getting squandered because it's a money issue? What are we at, a Notre Dame HBCU? What are we, Howard? Jackson State? We can't afford nothing? This is crazy. Even Colorado admitting they can't pay, got Deion there. They said, we're going to find some money. And y'all talking about, I don't want to hear it's Marcus Freeman's fault. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. He ain't even really get started yet. He's an interim, gets put on as the head, and by the second year, it's going to look like a whole new roster and team and staff. There's a bunch of asterisks going on. This is crazy. Okay, so I've never heard them do that before, the Brian Kelly, that they can't afford or they don't want to buy no offense coordinator or whatever. They always found money for that. So if this is somehow a smarter decision by not doing it, you got to think, okay, who's doing it? Who's affordable to bring in right now with the circumstances that we got? Because now we got to pay an old offensive line coach. Still need a quarterback coach because we couldn't get one last year because the guy didn't want it. The guy didn't want it. That's why we didn't have one. Not because the head coach couldn't find one or didn't want one. It's because the offensive coordinator, who's not the head coach, said, I'm good. He said, I'm good to the head coach. How do you say I'm good to the head coach? So that's already put us in the hole because now not only did you say I'm good, then you said I'm going to leave. So you give us 2 spots to fill, then the offensive line coach leaves. So now you got 3 spots to fill. And what are we talking about? That's why he should have had command of the offense and his decisions in coaching hires the first time you walk in the door. If that's the case, then don't close the checkbook when I'm trying to replace it. What's going on?
Lucky Lefty Podcast. These opinions that are about to be spoken are the opinions of Shaun Davis and Shaun Davis alone. They do not represent Malik Zaire, nor do they represent Lucky Lefty Podcast. Let me enlighten everyone the message that has been given out. And maybe it gets to Marcus Freeman and maybe it doesn't. But Jack Swarbrick and the powers that be have clearly told Marcus Freeman, this might be your football team, but this ain't your program.
Exactly.
The only thing you are over is this football team. This is not your football program. And that's an uneasy position to be in. You know why I'm ticked off, Left? Before they hired Marcus Freeman, we did a show when it was rumored that he might get the job. And I sat here and I looked in this camera and I said, if you're not about to support him fully, don't hire the man.
Don't hire the man.
Don't do this to him. Because the implications are too big. Do not do this to him. And here we sit a year out, and he's in a tug of war with the administration. I know about tug of wars, Left. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I watched a dynasty disintegrate because the people in charge wanted to be more popular than the players on the court. I watched the owner in Dallas kill a dynasty because he wanted to be more popular than the coach and the players on the field. 1988, Left. 1988. The administration ended a dynasty and ran the best coach or one of the best coaches in Notre Dame history out of town because he was getting too big. It's all about them, Left. They run the program. There is no coach that's the head of the Notre Dame football program, ever. He is the football coach. That's all he is. Nick Saban is Alabama's football program. Kirby Smart is Georgia's football program.
Dabo
Swinney is Clemson's football program. If you're the head coach of Notre Dame, you're the head coach of the football team. That's it.
The head coach of the building. I wouldn't even say the football
That's
team.
it.
The football team can leave the building.
And it's been that way for 35 years. And it's going to continue to be that way. That's what's been told. He's the head coach of the football team. He doesn't run the football program. The optics of the Tommy Rees thing when he first got hired, that was another message. You don't run this program. We do. Go find your guy. Oh, this is the offensive coordinator you want? You don't run this program. We do. Go find somebody else, and we'll tell you whether or not we like them. What are we doing? So, it's cool. Because I love LL Nation. I love Notre Dame fans. I love IB Nation. Look, we're family, right? So we can keep it 100. We might not let everybody else talk about us, but when we're together, we can keep it 100 with each other. Left, this is not an elite football program. Hasn't been an elite football program for a long time. I know that's what they want us to sell. I know that's what they want us to say. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. Every now and then we'll have a peak of success. That ain't the truth. You mentioned former coach bringing in his boys, and then he was forced to fire all of them. You know why? Because he was the head coach. He didn't run the program. That's all he was. That's a problem. That's a tremendous problem. And I don't think it's going to change. I don't foresee it changing. And I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed in whether or not you think Andy Ludwig was a home run hire. I didn't think he was a home run hire. I was talked into it by the people that know a little bit better about him, by Malik, that's actually spoken to the man, covered him during his time with Overtime and CBS. I leaned on him to find out who this man was. I knew who he was. Don't get it twisted. I knew who he was, but I hadn't really dug into him as an offensive coordinator. And talking to Malik and others, I came to find myself liking what Andy Ludwig could bring to the table. But this is an absolute embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment. And the truth of the matter is, they don't give a darn. They don't give a darn what I think. They don't give a darn what you think. They don't. They've been doing it for 35 years. Ever since they ran Lou out, it is what it is. The only difference is they just won't tell us the truth. See, Lou Holtz was going through the same thing that Jimmy Johnson was going through down at the University of Miami. At the same time, the top two independents running college football were going through the same tug of war with the administration. How ironic. How ironic. Jimmy Johnson got out of there and ran into a similar situation in the NFL. How about that? So Notre Dame fans, tell me, what makes us an elite program? Please tell me, because I'm looking for any sign. What makes us elite? I know we think we're elite. I know we believe the education and the GPA and the graduation rate makes us elite. But the last I checked, Malik, his teammates, and anyone else that played for Notre Dame, and any other fan that cheers via TV or in Notre Dame Stadium or on the road, I've never seen Notre Dame pick up an extra 3 points when they walked on the field because of the team GPA or the graduation rate. Never. So we could talk about all of that, but at the end of the day, on that football field, it doesn't make one bit of a difference. Nothing. You know what that is? That's just something for Notre Dame to fall back on. Something to pacify the fan base. When they know they're not pulling in the same direction as the football team. When they know they're the obstacle. When they know historically they've been the hindrance to success in the football program. They'll throw to us. We graduate our kids. We're different. It's different here. We win and go to class here. I'm sorry to say, on a Saturday afternoon, around 2:30 Chicago time, 2:37, as the ball is kicked off, I don't give a darn about graduation rate. I could care less. Scoreboard is what matters. And the scoreboard won't be in the favor of the Fighting Irish as long as the head coach is bound by strictly being the head coach of the football team. I see the comments, be smarter than that. You know exactly what I'm saying. Because you don't give a darn about a GPA when a game starts. That has nothing to do with the kids. Be smarter than that. Stop being a zombie to what they want you to believe. Stop it. There's no one in this chat that wants to talk GPA during a Notre Dame game. Stop it. When Notre Dame is down 10, you're not tweeting, oh, by the way, our team has a higher GPA. Stop it. You're not catching me with that crap. It's been 35 years. 35. It's ridiculous. I'm beyond irritated because I told you, if you're not about to support this man, don't give him the job. Don't give him the job. And right out of the bat, what do? The optics of that darn Tommy Rees situation. The stories breaking, leaking out of Notre Dame about Tommy having full autonomy and being the head coach on offense. Where did it come from? You don't give a darn about Marcus Freeman. You don't give a darn about supporting him and pulling the rope in the same direction to make sure that he has the best chance of success as the head coach of Notre Dame. You don't care because you didn't care about Brian Kelly. You didn't care about the coach before him. This is par for the course for Notre Dame. This is par for the course. The coach has always been the head coach of the football team. Notre Dame and the administration runs the football program. Plain and simple. And everybody knows it. And this is the thing. We as the fans, we're the ones that go out and debate against Big Ten fans, debate against SEC fans, stand on the hill for Notre Dame and the program. Only to look back and to realize that the people we're fighting for have run away. They're not even in the fight with us. They're not fighting with us. Marcus Freeman pulled up to the poker table against Kirby Smart, against Nick Saban. They don't even have his back. And now we have zombies trying to act like Andy Ludwig was a nobody. Nobody knew Andy Ludwig until last week. You're not a college football fan. Where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been?
Where have you been? 2.8 million, that's a lot of money. Man,
what? One man called Brian Kelly got paid $100 million. Nick Saban's getting paid $100 million.
They're going to take me to a non-GC place, man. They're about to take me to a non-GC place. I'm telling you, man. This is ridiculous, yo. Left, you be cool. You be cool. Be cool today. You said what you had to say. Be cool, Left. You still connected to the university. You're an alum. I got you, bro. I got you. Let me ride out on this one. You, be cool. If I was Marcus Freeman, I would feel very uncomfortable right now in that building. I would have trust issues if I was Marcus Freeman right now. Serious trust issues. And it's been a year. It's been a year. Left, you get married, you're supposed to be on a honeymoon phase. You shouldn't be worrying about this type of stuff a year into a marriage. That's like 5-7 years down the line. This is what we're dealing with after a year. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it's bigger than Andy Ludwig. That's the issue. See, people are stuck on Andy Ludwig. It's not even about Andy Ludwig. It points to everything else. It points to everything else. Complaints about the facilities. Complaints about things not working in the facility. Bag lunches that everybody thought Brian Kelly was just talking crazy. They don't care. There's no way they care how they look.
No, there's no way.
There's no way this school cares how they look in the media. No way at all. No way. None. There can't be anyone sitting around that long table saying, man, hold on, wait a minute. How is this going to look? None. Because they keep doing it over and over again. And halfway through his tenure, I would love to have a conversation with Brian Kelly right now, Left. Because I believe at some point during his tenure, he figured it out. He figured it out. Brian Kelly figured out, y'all don't give a damn. So guess what? I don't give a damn. I'm going to go play golf.
Yeah, basically.
Y'all not about to have me out here scratching and clawing, trying to get to the top of the mountain, and y'all don't give a damn. Not me. So what y'all can do is y'all can cut my check. I'll see y'all at the beginning of the fall camp, and I'm going to go play golf.
And that's what he did.
Thank you.
He just wasn't going to take it. He was like, if that's what y'all do, I'm going to do the same thing.
I have a whole new perspective on BK now, bro. A whole new perspective. And I'm not absolving him of the things that he did that I disagree with. But I might have a little bit of understanding towards the situation now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit left. People out here talking about, man, I want somebody at Notre Dame that's not going to leave in 2 years. Oh, so you want the girl that nobody else wants.
You want the girl that...
That's what you want. You want somebody that's going to be around here for 10 years. It's going to be mid, but you just feel good with the fact that they're here.
That they're here.
Okay. Todd Monken left, bro. That's what happens. You win back-to-back championships as an OC, he bounced. He's gone. Did you think Kirby thought he was going to be there for 10 years?
No.
How many coaches has Nick Saban been changing over the last decade?
Every year. That's every year. It's so much to the point where he started bringing back guys.
Man, what are we talking about? I tell Notre Dame fans all the time to be better. Be better. Stand by your squad. Support. And I'm all for that. Stand by this team. Stand by Marcus Freeman. Stand by these players. But the foolishness, I'm not rocking with that. And I'm not afraid to call it out. And I'm not afraid to jump in front of the bullet for my boy right here that played. He don't have to go there. I'll go there. I'll go there. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Just be honest with the fan base. And tell them that the football coach only coaches the football team. Just tell them. Be honest, like the University of Miami administrators were. When they flat out told the coaches, we're trying to be the Ivy League of the Southeast. Like we really could care less about football. At least they kept it a buck.
They did keep it a buck.
At least they kept it a buck. Notre Dame administration? Nah. They just want to continue to raise prices, pull in your money, and operate the way they've been operating. That's it. That's it. So yeah, if I was Marcus Freeman, I would have serious trust issues a year in, which is that's bananas.
A year in, man.
A year in. What are we talking about? And hard, no, this isn't a sky is falling. This has nothing to do with the sky is falling. What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with the sky is falling. Nothing. Bad business is bad business. I don't care who the players are on the roster. The things that have been going down is bad for the brand and it's bad for business.
Yeah.
And as much as we love Notre Dame football, this is not an elite football program. It's not run like an elite football program. It's not.
It's got the name and the branding.
It's not. It's not. And you can disagree all you want to. It's not, man, match it up against the elite football programs and show me where it's equally ran. It's not. And maybe it's the dose of reality. Maybe it's the water in the face that we need, finally. Because it's not about Andy Ludwig, man. This is bigger.
Bigger.
It's been 35 years. What are we talking about? 35. It's amazing how Brian Kelly played too much golf. It's amazing how Ty Willingham played too much golf. It's amazing how those narratives come out. I wonder why. I wonder why. Maybe Tyrone Willingham picked up on something a year in too.
A year in.
A year in. Maybe he picked up on something too. This ain't it, man. It's a tug of war. It's a tug of war going on. Head coach having a battle with the administration. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Left, we're talking about 2.8 million. 2.8 million left.
That's 2 students. That's 2 students what it costs to go.
Wait, this is the thing though. See, this is the key. Because if you wanted him, I'm sure there are donors watching our show right now
that could foot that bill.
That would flat out say, oh, yeah, we definitely would have gave it 2.8 if they called us. No problem. Marcus Freeman wanted him.
Marcus Freeman knows that they could have did that. That's why he was like, what do you mean?
Marcus Freeman wanted him. The powers that be didn't want him. It's clear as day. I don't know. How much more clear do you want it to be? Marcus Freeman wanted him. The powers that be didn't want him. Whatever their reasoning. Whatever their reasoning. They didn't want him.
And he wasn't hired.
Whatever the reason. They didn't want him.
And whose decision lasted that? The powers that be or Marcus Freeman? Which came out of that? The powers that be. That's who's running the show.
One might say that both of the coordinators he ended up with to start his career as head coach were suggested. Both. We're gonna let's go in. I'll go in. You can be quiet, Left.
I know one was, so if one was, I'm sure the other had to be.
Both coordinators, in some way, form, or fashion, were suggestions.
Jesus Christ.
He's the football coach. He doesn't run the football program. We're going to keep it all the way 100 today. And I'm going to do it very intelligently. See, I got all my emotions out last night, Left. I got my notes today.
Both?
I got line upon line, precept upon precept ready today, bro.
Jesus Christ.
So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? If you started off suggesting, what makes you think anything's about to be any different? Because it's not about what Marcus Freeman wants. It's about what you want. Because you run the football program.
But it's sick how they let him do it like he's running it.
Oh.
Bringing in guys.
No. That's just knowing Marcus Freeman. He believes he can move mountains. Marcus Freeman believes he can win in spite of. He still believes we still going to win in 2023. That's cool. That's all right. You're not going to buy him out? All right, I'm going to go find somebody else. Then I'm going to find my O-line coach. If Al Golden leaves, I got somebody in mind for the DC.
Yeah. He going to be ready.
I got somebody in mind. We still going to get it done. He believes He's still out there
Fighting a good fight.
fighting the good fight. Still undeterred. But at some point, the bull crap is going to wear him down, bro.
Because he can't
At
have
some
another
point,
9-4 season.
At some point, see, because when you're in a tug of war, at some point your arms get tired.
Mm. Your feet start slipping.
Your feet start slipping. You start losing your grip.
And
That's
when
what
you slip
happens.
and lose your grip, what they say?
That's what happens when you're in a tug of war. And unfortunately, a lot has been exposed. And hopefully, now as a fan base, we can cheer together, knowing the truth. I'm at peace, Left. I found a peace. I found a peace. Because if Notre Dame goes 10-2, I know what they had to fight through to get to that 10-2. If they go 11-1, I know what they had to fight through. But get on the field, I know they're not getting the full support needed to be an elite program off the field. Lucky Lefty podcast.
Crazy. First year you uncomfortable? Damn.
It's ironic, Left, as we did the show last night, we announced that we were getting ready to record an interview with Josh Newman once we got done with the show. 30 minutes later, we were going to record an interview with Josh Newman from the Salt Lake City Tribune, covers the Utah Utes. In anticipation of getting more information for the fan base about Andy Ludwig, because we expected the hire to take place. And he sends us a message shortly after we end the show saying, man,
we're good, love.
Can I come on tomorrow? Something just broke. And I need to report it. And lo and behold, before Pete Thamel can even put it out, he puts out a tweet and a story chronicling the fact, basically, that Utah thought he was gone. This is coming from the Utah side. Andy Ludwig
Utah was way
here. He was in South Bend Friday. Got back Saturday evening. When he got back Saturday evening, Kyle Whittingham was in Arizona with you, Left, because his son is on the Kansas City Chiefs staff. He was in Arizona all week. Didn't reach out. Didn't say anything to Andy Ludwig. Nothing. No convincing, nothing. They didn't have a conversation per the report until Monday evening. And by Monday evening, they got the word from their lawyers or their administration that, hey, man, Notre Dame tried to negotiate the buyout down, and we said no. So they said, hey, they said they were good.
That's how they do it.
They said they're good on Andy. We can keep him. See, Left, the reason a buyout is put into a contract to deter people from possibly coming after your coaches is because you value the coach. See, this is for the people that claim I didn't know who Andy Ludwig was until a week ago. Well, there must be tremendous value on you as a coach for there to be a $2.8 million buyout. Not only does the head coach value, but the administration values you. Your almighty Notre Dame calling Utah, trying to negotiate $2.8 million.
Utah probably took offense.
They were offended.
They were like, "What? Notre Dame asking for a deal? Why?"
So instead of 2.8, what you wanted to be at 2, we haggling over 800,000.
Notre Dame crying over 800,000.
So y'all must not be as boss as y'all claim to be. I mean, I'm sure that's what the Utah administration and lawyers are probably sitting there laughing like, yo, I can't believe they tried to snake our guy for 1.5 or 1.8 or 2 or whatever it was.
Not for the 1.5. That'd be crazy. Utah probably hung up in our face. 1 point what? Andy, you staying, bro. They probably laughing. Hey, Andy, guess how much they wanted to buy you for?
This cat Andy probably has called the missus, broke the news. Yeah.
Go ahead, tell U-Haul we good.
Yeah, let's get the movers out. I think we're gonna be moving a little bit to the Midwest. Sitting there waiting, only to get the call like,
put the stuff back.
We love you, really want you, just not willing to pay the buyout. This cat Kyle Whittingham, who pretty much just left it alone, he's chilling all week, comes back Monday night, like, oh man, I had my pitch ready to keep you here and convince you to stay. And dude, I don't have to say anything. They don't even want you.
You ain't coming there. They don't even want you, so we good. We straight.
Kyle Whittingham was like, man, I had my message prepared.
Yeah.
I had it in my phone and my notes.
He did just like this. Threw that thing right in the garbage.
Yeah, had my bullet points. He was standing there ready to talk to him like, man, you know, we love you. We appreciate you. Reason number 1, hold on, I got to take this. Yeah. Notre Dame. They say they ain't doing it. Oh, all right. Oh. Hey, man, never mind.
Hey, get back to work.
We got a coaches meeting tomorrow morning. Man, I thought you had something to talk to me about. Don't even worry about it.
I was just seeing if recruiting was on point.
Don't even worry about it.
We straight.
We good. We good. Go home. Enjoy the family. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Who are we like?
I told you weeks ago. Notre Dame fans got mad at me weeks ago. Notre Dame is no different than Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. It's no different. The head coach of the Dallas Cowboys ain't running nothing. Bill Parcells is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And even he got before the media and said, if you want me to cook the meal, the least you could do is let me choose some of the groceries. Even Bill Parcells was simply just the head coach. That's what we have here, man. The message was sent loud and clear. Loud and clear. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And it's okay as a fan to be disappointed and upset. You don't have to, because sometimes fans feel like, oh, man, it has to be something else to it. Man, sometimes just accept the fact that the dominoes has fallen and it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. It's a duck. Well, we're going to sit up here and defend every bad optic? Every bad optic that pops up. We're just going to defend it? Just to defend it? Come on, man. No, I'm not going that far. I'm not rooting for LSU. I'm still rooting for Notre Dame. But my fandom and my energy is going to these coaches and these kids.
That's right.
Coaches and kids. That's it. Even more prayer, even more love, even more empathy. Because now I really know they're not getting the support that they deserve.
Yeah.
This is not it, man. The image that's put forth, that's not it. That's not it. And it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. So I don't know where Notre Dame goes from here, bro.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm sure Marcus Freeman will go find a really good candidate, someone that fits the criteria that has obviously been laid out by the powers that be. They'll announce it. He'll bring in an offensive line coach that he's comfortable with. And if another coach decides to leave, that's just another issue for Marcus Freeman to have to handle with spring ball 3 to 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
And I thought about in some way, form, or fashion saying that Notre Dame and the fan base, well, Notre Dame's fan base were enablers. We're not enablers. I think Notre Dame's fan base has been very honest about what they want from Notre Dame. Very honest. They know what we want.
Yeah.
They know our expectations. They're grown. You can't tell grown people what to do. The fan base isn't enabling this administration.
We
just love our team. Yeah, we just love our team. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I think we're being taken advantage of.
Too much so.
I think the fan base is definitely being taken for granted.
The loyalty.
Absolutely. But this administration, they know exactly what they're doing. Exactly.
Purpose.
They know exactly what they're doing. The only thing on their mind is the new TV deal and the apparel deal.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the only thing on their mind.
They got all of that is in place because they got Marcus Freeman that can rock the apparel deal, track the Nike or Under Armour or something.
Whoever, he's gonna make it look better.
He's gonna make it look better. So they like, look, we're trying to save as much because we about to run off with the bank, especially with the new TV deal and the apparel deal. Because they struck gold hitting 100 million back when it was unheard of. Just imagine what they're reaching for right now.
And I'm not playing left. I'm gonna pray for Marcus Freeman, bro. I'm serious as a heart attack.
You're gonna have to.
I'm praying for that brother. I'm not joking. He is going to be in my prayers, man. Because he doesn't deserve this.
Because you can see where it's going. You can see where it's going.
Yeah.
You can see where it's going. And then you're going to start seeing reports come out.
Mm-hmm.
And opinion blogs. But this time, it's too much evidence they done left over. You suggested both offense and defensive coordinators before he even stepped foot in his own office. You know?
Yeah.
You know that's illegal. You can't, force resignation. You somehow prove that.
Man, look. This is mild. The way I spoke today is mild. Because I'm telling you, I had to convince myself to say, Shaun, stick to your bullet points. Don't get too wild. Stick to your bullet points. Make your points. Be passionate. Don't go over the top. No need to talk about enabling and all of that other stuff.
No.
Speak the truth of what's been shown. and leave it and let it be and just let it lay there. It's easy. It's bigger than Andy Ludwig. So much bigger.
Like this weird stuff wouldn't happen to a Nick Saban. It wouldn't. When is the anytime you ever heard Alabama not hiring a coach Nick Saban wanted because of some money they didn't want to pay? Like when have you ever? They say and be like, I'm getting him, and you're paying him. What are we talking about? You telling this man, Marcus Freeman, like, whoa, chill, brothers, back up, back up, back up. We hired the coaches. We hear what you want to do, but that's cool. You looking good for us. But we bring in the pieces in certain positions that we want. You can't win that way. Nick
No.
Saban is picking the guys he's thinking of, and the administration is just waiting to foot the bill.
Yes.
The administration is like, who you want? How much it gonna cost? Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got you. You've never heard about no coaching dispute, tug of war with Nick Saban and the Alabama administration. Never. It was like coaches could come back, they can leave, they can whatever they want, get a raise, and look at the result of that. Championships, a dynasty, you win for a long time. When your head coach and your administration are together, hard to beat. Dabo, him and his administration, hard to beat. Kirby Smart and Georgia's administration, hard to beat. Why is Florida still messed up? They coaching administration doing this all day. That's why they ain't had nobody since Urban. They've been Ohio State and they coaching situations. Even Penn State, they coaching situation and head coach James Franklin. And they ain't even at,
Penn State was a very special situation, right? They had no choice but to turn things over to Bill O'Brien and James Franklin based upon what they were coming off of. They had to erase the stench of something that still bothers a lot of people because a lot of people thought Penn State should have been shut down for 3 to 5 years as a program. So, hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I get it, especially, alums like yourself, left former players. I get it. I get it. You love your program. You always stand by your program. We've always said that Notre Dame is pretty much the players make Notre Dame football what it has been on the field.
That's right.
So the players and that locker room and the camaraderie and the brotherhood. We understand that. You know what I have a further understanding of, left?
What?
Now I understand why why you guys have to have the us against the world mentality. Now I understand why the brotherhood is what it is. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. And I want to thank you and the rest of your former teammates and the current players for the efforts that you give in spite of the outside and the foolishness.
The inside is the inside.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It is inside, isn't it?
It is the inside. And it's a shame because, the fan base has been loyal and patient and definitely shows up with their dollars.
Patient.
I mean,
35 years, bro.
not only that, we're buying pieces of the field. The administration was selling the fans pieces of the field, pieces of grass. You got your people buying grass off of you. And you can't reward them with $2.8 million to get a coach that can get it done. That would be a great fit for Marcus Freeman, who just dealt with some foolishness with his last offensive coordinator.
See, this is the thing, Left. This is the thing. Justin Herbert, I'm glad I'm about to say these names. As much as you dislike them, Justin Herbert and Josh Allen are about to be up for their extensions. And as regardless of your feelings about them, Left, the market is the market. I don't care how overrated you think they are. The market is the market.
That's not the problem. It's as easy
No.
as
I'm going somewhere.
Oh.
I'm going somewhere. That means they get, dude. You love Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow's contract is going to be very similar to Josh Allen's contract, regardless of what you say. They're going to be making the same amount of money, and it's going to irritate you. But they're making this. Why? That's the market. Guess what? Andy Ludwig's contract was his contract. That's the market.
That's the market.
That's the market to get him to break the contract. That's it. That's the market. Whether you like the figure or not, that's the market.
And you want to negotiate.
So you let the Buffalo Bills try to negotiate. Let the Cincinnati Bengals tell Joe Burrow, can we negotiate? And see what happens.
Burrow would no longer be a Bengal.
We're sitting up here trying to defend $2.8 million, talking about that's a lot of money. To who? To me? Yes.
To me,
to Left? Yes. To that university that sits in South Bend? Man, stop playing with me. Stop.
Like 2.8 is
pocket. That's laughable. That's laughable. Stop.
All that money we done saved for Jesus over there. Psh.
My last bit of information. The money wasn't the issue. See, money wasn't the issue. Money wasn't the issue. They just didn't want him. Money wasn't the issue. Money wasn't the issue. For whatever reason, see, don't get it twisted. For whatever reason, they just didn't want him. They didn't agree with the assessment that Marcus Freeman gave. It wasn't about the money. Nah. We don't like him. We don't think he's worth that. Because if it was somebody we liked, we would pay it.
There's no way these guys were letting Brian Van Gordon get cleared, letting guys like our last O-line coach, not Houston, get cleared. Guys like that, come on.
You got to read between the lines, man.
Del Alexander got cleared. And
things are very clear, bro. Things are very clear.
You know why it wasn't clear.
People can like 3-card molly you to death and try to make it look like something. It's very clear what is taking place. You said it
already. They didn't agree with Marcus Freeman's assessment of the coach.
No. Very easy to see, bro. Very easy to see. Very easy. Because $2.8 million, that's nothing to Notre Dame, man. You know, man, that's 2 phone calls. That's maybe one. That's one phone call.
Think about this. We raised $5 million for a Notre Dame day in 5 hours. I did a telethon for 5 hours, and we raised $5 million just from Notre Dame people. 5 hours. I was making the calls on the TV thing. In a span of time of 5 hours at Notre Dame, we raised $5 million. That could have bought 2 Andy Ludwigs. So it's insane to say anything about it was a money issue.
Nah. That's about the only thing that some people are saying that I agree with. No, it wasn't a money issue. It wasn't a money issue. Because if they agreed with the assessment, they would have paid. Wasn't a money issue. Once again, you don't run the program. We do. Coach, just coach.
Let
Just
the
coach.
non-football players handle the
Just
program.
coach. Just coach. We got this.
Yeah. Hey, what God tell Joseph? Hey, Joseph, just back up, man. Me and Mary, we got this.
Yeah.
You just be there. You just be there. You be
just
there.
be there.
But
Yeah.
me and Mary.
Yeah, we got this Jesus thing.
We got the Jesus thing.
Yeah, we don't need your help.
I know you want to marry her. Y'all engaged. Y'all about to walk down and all that.
Yeah, Joseph's like, man, I can, man, just let me do my thing. I can help out. No.
God, like, look, brother, take this one out.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Marcus Freeman is Joseph.
Yeah.
He just got to be there. They want to produce the Jesus, the championship. They just want Marcus Freeman to be Joseph. Just hang out there, Joseph. Just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
You take Mary around.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all do y'all thing. But if they ask about that Jesus character, that's me, big dog. We don't need you.
It's all about us. As Jerry Reinsdorf said, players don't win championships. Organizations do. Notre Dame pretty much feels the same way. If they win, it's going to be because of the administration, not the coaches and the players. The administration.
Because they want to be like, we hired him.
Yes.
And personally suggested these couple dudes over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happened all these suggestions were the main pieces as to why we won.
Oh, you already know that the no, when they told Marcus Freeman no, you already know that the no came with suggestions. What about this guy? What about that guy?
Yeah, they like, I know you went to the game and it was cool with Marcus Freeman, like we said.
What about that guy you talked to? Didn't you talk to him?
Yeah,
Maybe you should talk to him again.
Remember, you have to go visit that dude again.
Absolutely.
He needs a second chance.
Yes.
Because Andy, we like him, but I think you should holler at the other guy we told you about before, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because remember the Kansas State dude you tried? Yeah, we thought he was cool, but he was better to stay over there.
Yeah. And we're not being hyperbolic. We're not being hyperbolic. This is how they move. This is how they've proven to move.
It was like,
this is how they've shown themselves.
You didn't just see us send your friend from Kansas State back.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just see that. I know that's what, but we talk about the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, team? Andy, you did it again, and we had to send him home again. We just did it with the other suggestion, but this one, talk to this guy for us, because we know what's best for you as a head coach, Marcus. We don't know football. No, that's you, man. Silly guy. We're not going to tell you about the X and O's.
No, we can't. We can't.
Yeah, that's what you're here for. But the suggestion over here for who's good for you at here, Notre Dame, man, you should listen to what we tell you.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have to keep not affording guys that you want to bring in. I don't know how we couldn't afford it, but like we just ran out of money. We're getting paid next month. So, I mean,
up here trying to act like they were shocked by the buyout.
Like,
2.8. Man, stop playing.
they said, "Oh no, Marcus, our collections every Sunday don't bring that much. We might have to negotiate those." But the suggestion, even though he may be 5, I think we can find a way to make it happen. Praise the Lord.
So you won't support by getting into the NIL landscape. You won't support the program like that. You won't support the hires. We don't need to get into facilities and certain things that have been talked about over the years. You won't support and keep that elite. What I need to know, somebody please send me the job description
Of a head coach at Notre Dame.
of the AD, the board. Like, send me the job description because I need to know what's actually being done to support the football program. What? What?
The fact that the people told you who the next head coach was, and you was taking interviews still on who or who could possibly still be out there is crazy. That told me right there. Everybody and their mama was wanting Marcus Freeman in-house, who was already there, been there for a little bit of time, so y'all know who he is. All roads and things were pointing to, yeah, Marcus Freeman is his next head coach, no doubt. Even Coach Kelly said it. And what did the administration do? Whoa. We still got to interview some of these suggestions. I think that was one of the few victories that the people won over the administration in terms of these suggestions. I truly believe the people hired Marcus Freeman. And they was like, okay, we'll give you Marcus Freeman, but we'll take all the other chips on the table. So it was like, look, Tommy, we'll let the people choose Marcus, but we'll hire you as a suggestion. We already hired his DC as a suggestion. We're just waiting for the Super Bowl to be over. And then, we can, let them have it. Let them just have it. But we run it.
Oh, man.
So now Marcus Freeman thinking he head coach, rolling there first day. All right, here we about to do it. Okay, I got this and this. They knock on his door. Mr. Freeman, we got this list for you on your first day of guys that's gonna be here for you. Oh, but I got a whole listen. I know it's a lot happening, it's moving fast, but look at this list for us. That's gonna be your team. He's like, is that how head coaching? That's how it works. You just coach the X and O's, man. Wear them good old fits, deliver us great speeches, and we'll just dress you with the team. It's all good.
Man, look. Lucky Lefty podcast. This is unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable. And I know some people are going, man, Andy Ludwig, is other coordinators out there. Man, you guys are totally missing the point, bro.
Missing the point.
Andy Ludwig just happens to be
Andy Ludwig is a
symptom.
Is a symbol.
That's it.
Of what's wrong right now.
Yes.
Andy Ludwig could have been anybody. Me, you.
Yes. Say it, Left.
On the street.
Say it.
In the hallway.
Say it.
Anybody that Marcus Freeman liked is Andy Ludwig. And Notre Dame was like, no. This is what we want our Andy Ludwig. Huh. Andy Ludwig is just a casualty. He's like what Rosa Parks was.
That's not anything new, is it, Left? Man, maybe hang out over here with these guys.
Yeah, Yeah, like, I don't know if you can start because you're just hanging around the wrong crowd because that's so related to
Man,
winning football games, apparently.
look, let me stop, man. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. So we're really about to dig into something. Let's stop. Lucky Lucky Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Lucky Lefty, CFB Nation in conjunction with Irish Breakdown, all of our great content. We appreciate you, LL Nation, Notre Dame fans, for your continued support. It's the best time of the day. You already know what time it is.
Petticoat, 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 Junction.
It's time to get petty.
Oh, we did a good job executing.
Now, you upset with something?
And fire up the Petticoat Junction train.
I just don't like you.
You don't?
No.
What is today's petty historic? Petty Junction.
Petty Junction, Petty Story of the Day, brought to you by Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. Look, the fans asked for it, so administration, Jack Swarbrick, here you go. Step up so we can punch your ticket so you can get on the Petty train, man. We just did a full hour and 20 minutes of why you are on the Petty train. There's no need to move any further. So for those
I
of you
thought you
that
were
missed,
supposed to take your bow out after you done hired Marcus Freeman. What happened to that? You were supposed to transition on to yonder or something.
man.
Sticking around.
Yo, so someone asked me to replay one of our entries on the Petty train from last night. So I wanted to play it again. If you've never seen a cheerleader ejected from a basketball game, here you go.
No home training, dog. What are we doing?
He's kind of made his presence felt in the paint tonight.
And Terracotta nails both free throws.
Layup up and no good by Thompson.
What?
And the Alabama A&M coach, he's fussing and cussing.
Yeah.
And
Coach is kind of losing it over here as he feel like
and they're calling security, not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put one of the cheerleaders out of the game, it seems.
Who you putting out the game? The cheerleader.
Bro.
Security has got involved in it.
And it's getting real heated here at the R.W. Harrison complex.
They're walking toward the cheerleading section.
And they're gonna escort one of the cheerleaders out. They say one of the cheerleaders walked onto the court. And they're gonna say she has to go.
He messed up my leg kick. I have to let him know. You don't mess up my free throw leg kick.
Jeez Louise, man.
Bro.
You know, some things ain't that serious.
Bro, the announcers were the best, though. The A&M head coach is fussing and cussing.
Fussing and cussing, man. That's that Dave Chappelle when keeping it real goes wrong, man. You just can't not keep it real. You just gotta keep it real all the time. Like,
dude, she walked on the court and had to let my man know, like, yo, look here. You messed up my leg kick, my celebration leg kick for the free throw.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Now, is that what would you tell your baby girl in that situation? Would you tell her to let it go?
Man, look, what are you doing? Oh, no, let it go. No. My daughter would have caught a full "don't be out there embarrassing me" speech.
Don't be taking that Chicago all the way out there.
Man, what made you walk on the court?
Well, you almost had to talk her down off of not singing off script.
Now, if he thought that you were a danger to him, he just turned around and backhanded you, then what?
It's like, man, that's what I don't ever understand. Like, some individuals out there don't think about the repercussion.
Shaun Paulus, look, that was over the top. Shaun Paulus said, "Thank you, Shaun. That girl's 90 pounds and they got full security to escort
No,
her."
because the 90 pounds is full of energy. That's 90 pounds full of raw energy. Moving too much, lot going on.
Yo, that was the best. That was the best. Super chat, Jason Hewlett. Thank you. I'm not counting year one for free. He had his hands tied from the jump, jack on some power trip stuff. I'm just saying. Huh? So was BK right? Brian Dembo, thank you. He was definitely right about some things. He was definitely right about some things. Jason Hewlett, thank you for another super chat. I feel like they're using him for recruiting. Then give him a boot once we get the squad together. I'm just saying. Fixed hand, no spades. Man. If that's the when you have no spades, you have the option to throw your deck in, bro.
Yeah,
At least that's the way I play.
that's it.
Or your partner can at least pass you some spades or something.
Crashed out.
Right. Like, come on, we have to redeal, man.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way I'm gonna let Marcus Freeman get used up for recruiting like that.
But you've been saying for the last couple of weeks in our phone calls, something ain't right.
Oh yeah.
You've been saying that for the last 2 weeks. Like, something's not right.
I've never seen nobody do that before. When is the last time Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama came out with a report that they hired a new head coach, but also before the head coach got in, they already hired both of his offensive defensive coordinators? Never.
Well, the offensive coordinator, but then the fact that, there was an alleged suggestion with the defensive coordinator as well.
Because I thought we was going to get Derek Mason. It would have been a great hire. He ended up going to what, Auburn? Or where did he end up going to?
No, I didn't say. I'm not saying I wouldn't play the hand. I'm just saying that certain rules allow for people to throw their hand in. It depends on what type of spades you're playing. Some people play without the big joker and use the two of diamond. The two of spades. The twos as wild cards. It's all how you play. What rules are you setting? Some other rules say your partner's allowed you to pass you a spade.
How you play, Shaun?
Oh, you know me, I'm arrogant when it comes to spades. So I could literally have no spades and tell you I got 3 books. I'm gonna find a way to get these books. I'm gonna find a way to get these books, bro. That's just the way I am.
Tell you straight to your face.
And that's Marcus Freeman. That's the way he operates. He's gonna find a way. He said,
I'm gonna go to IMG. I don't care if I can't
get it. He's going to find a
Oh.
way to get his books. He doesn't care what obstacles are put in his way. That's the way he operates.
You dying on the sword for no reason. Don't be using up all your good energy. Hey man, you should ask Marcus Freeman, do you ever get into golf? Somebody gonna have that conversation with him in the near future if this keeps up.
Like, people really don't understand when we talk about this goes deeper than Andy Ludwig. We are literally not even a decade away from Notre Dame players going to local gyms to get workouts, bro. Like, this was happening. Like, ask about strength and conditioning before Matt Bayless. Ask. You get an opportunity to talk to former Notre Dame players. Just ask. Come on, man. Man, just have a great day.
Yeah.
We don't know what to tell you. We'll be back with the freshmen, the rest of the freshman class tomorrow. They can keep us laughing and in stitches, man. But today was just one of those days. I feel bad for the hire. Whomever the next OC, whoever the OC hire is, I just feel bad for him. Coming in behind this crap.
With spring ball getting so much closer.
Man. Have a great Tuesday.
At least you got good ingredients.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and all your significant others. Man, most of all, you got to make sure that you spend it different.